question, Ed. I'm sorry. I just.
Coach, can you talk about the running game? Obviously, good numbers for Cody. As far as Cody and DJ in terms of the touches, were you and Coach Davis happy with what you saw there?
Yes, Greg will be here in a minute, but especially happy with Cody. I mean, he to get 127 yards and 89 the first half. We were told walking out on the field before the game that Fozzie couldn't play. And that's a shocker because we thought he was going to play. And DJ got those touches in the running game and did a great job with it. I was really, really proud of him. He protected the ball. Most of his yards were outside, but he made some really good yards on the sweep. But Cody made the tough yards, and we were proud. One of the things we haven't done very well in the last couple of years is grind the ball in the fourth quarter. And Cody was able to go out there and line up and grind the ball. Then Ryan Robeson came in and finished it off. But we were able to control the clock in the first quarter and the fourth quarter. And I thought those were keys to the game. And they had really good ball security. Neither one of them had anything close to a fumble. And that's so key because I really think the reason of all the things that have happened to us this year negative, the reason we're in the spot we're in, we've done a horrible job in turnover ratio. And if you don't win turnover ratio, we've talked about turnover ratio and explosive plays since we've been here. If you go back and look last year, we were great. This year, we're awful in turnover ratio. So to win the game on Thursday, we've got to knock some balls loose, and we've got to protect the ball.
Mack, you mentioned their blitz numbers, AM's defense. You guys have been so young up front because of the injuries. How big of a concern is just making sure that the guys pick up the right guys and handle the exchange and all those things?
Well, it is a concern. You're not sure about Kyle Hicks and whether he'll be able to play or how long. So you're still starting three freshman, redshirt freshman types in there. But most of their blitz is what we do. So these guys have seen it all fall. So we do feel like that's an advantage for us and for A&M offensively, that we're seeing two very similar schemes on defense. And most of their blitz is that they just bring a fourth guy. It's a three-man line with a fourth blitz, so it's not like they're bringing three or four. They do that some, but 27% of that 58% is just a fourth down guy, so that's not as complicated as when they start bringing the both backers.
Mack, can you speak to Tannehill from a productive receiver to a very productive quarterback in the middle of the season?
Yes, he's a coach's son, so you see he manages games, and he's very confident, and he's very unselfish, and he's not forcing turnovers, he's not forcing the ball, he can run with his feet good enough to make plays, and he's a very accurate passer, so he's done a tremendous job for him.
Mack, your team has done so well against the Nebraskas, the Oklahomas, that sort of thing. Are you glad that this rivalry gave us the motivation needed, to still talk about the eligibility?
Yes, I was proud that the guys played hard last Saturday because that was something that has changed since earlier in the year. When we played an emotional game, we've come back with someone that didn't get the same publicity nationally and haven't played well. So I wasn't sure, obviously, if they had learned from that, but they did. They played really hard. They played well, and even when the opponent was a lesser opponent, that was something I wanted to see. Would they not care who we were playing and play well? This one will be easy from a motivational standpoint. They know all the players. Connors Wood's brother even works there. So there'll be a lot of talk during the week between the two teams, but there's great respect in this game, and it has not been a mouthy game. It has not been a push and shove game. It's been a game about high school football in the state of Texas and this great rivalry on Thanksgiving for many, many years, and I fully expect it to be that way Thursday night. Mike's done a tremendous job with his team, and I think both will come out with a lot of respect.
Mack, will you be scoreboard watching this weekend, win or lose, to see how many teams across the country are bowl eligible?
No, I'll worry about us. And if we're bowl eligible, I'll be happy because we get another game, and that's what I want for these seniors.
Coach, there's a report that the NCAA may look at some 5 and 7 teams if they don't fill enough bowls. You think 5 and 7 teams deserve to go to a bowl?
Gosh, Ed, I've never been in a position to think about that, so I hope on Thursday night about 11 o'clock I'm not thinking about that.
Coach, in terms of preparation for the Aggies, as far as your defensive coaches, do you just look at the last 5 games? How much can you take from the games that you're about to play?
You do. You look at the Tannehill run offense because it's changed some, and you put most of your eggs in that basket. Even though you look at A&M year-round. Our coaches were over at the offices probably at 2 o'clock on Saturday night breaking down everything they could get. And then Sunday we had the Nebraska video that we spent time with. And when you look at the chronological sense of the game, this is Wednesday. So we met with the guys this morning at 6. They ate breakfast about 5:15. So we met with them from 6 to 7. We'll practice this afternoon from 4:30 to 6 because we've got labs all day. And then guys have classes starting at 6 o'clock. So we'll have to let them out probably 5:30, 5:40 to try to run to class. But this will be Wednesday's practice, because if you look at tomorrow, then becomes Thursday. Wednesday becomes Friday when you count Thursday as a Saturday game. So you're trying to get back to as much of a normal routine as you can, but these short weeks are very, very different when you look at preparation.
We talked about just the confidence that the team got from this weekend, and was it small, big enough to look at A&M differently now?
No, I think they can take the good plays they've made over the stretch here that has not been good and understand that we didn't make enough together to win. And on Saturday they played as a team. They answered each other. They took care of the ball. They forced turnovers. The turnovers were either forced scores or in a position that the defense gave the offense the ball where they could score more easily. So field position was better. And what we tried to do is take that video and talk to them again about this is what you do to win. I mean, regardless of who it is, this is the winning combination, and not making some good plays on both sides of the ball, but giving up a big play or turning the ball over 4 times or not getting things in the kicking game that we need to be successful. So we really felt like that because there is a lot of youth on this team, they'll come out of this game with a lot more confidence, and we saw that. We practiced yesterday, the day after the game, which we've never done at a high speed tempo, and we did last night, and the guys came out and were really excited about the game.
You mentioned after the game you wanted them to take a pen and paper and go take notes on the A&M game. What did they learn from that? Was there an overriding theme they saw?
Well, because again there's so many of them, they took what they learned back to their coaches and sat down and talked to them about what they saw, and I'm sure they'll talk to you about that today when they come up. But it was unique that we walk off the field and can get dressed and go immediately to watch the game. Now, some of them, especially the linemen, probably got there at halftime because they were going to eat. Don't think there's any question about that.
Do you think that this game will have a certain style to it? The Aggies have been so high scoring for much of the season. Then Saturday night they found themselves in a defensive game. Do you think Thursday's game in advance has a certain feel to it?
I think more than ever in my career this year, you can't ever tell what's going to happen on Saturday. It's been amazing to me that you're not seeing some teams just get better. Just they play awful one week and then great the next week, and it's like they come out as different teams. So I don't think anybody. It's one of the great things for a fan right now. I don't think anybody knows what's going to happen in a football game anymore. You just better grab them, hold on, and handle it as it happens.